I read something interesting recently. South African President Jacob Zuma said to, I believe it was the Europeans, said, quote, "You killed Gaddafi, so basically let the refugees in coming from the Arab Spring, mostly from Syria and even some from North Africa, where Libya is." And interestingly enough, South Africa did vote in favor of the Security Council resolution in 2011, March 2011, which justified intervention, at least to stop Gaddafi from suppressing the rebellion. But interestingly enough, I actually think he makes a point here, because what happened was, as brutal as the Gaddafi regime was, and as controlling as it was in Libya, it actually had stability in Libya. And by the way, the Libya was actually had the highest living standards in the third world before the ousting of Muammar Gaddafi. But for sure, when that was going on, you did not really see a lot of Libyan refugees. But now you do, because the entire country is in a state of anarchy, because it's nothing new in the Arab Spring. You get rid of a government, a dictator like in Iraq or whatever, and you have anarchy. And now it's just a bunch of fighting between the tribal factions in Libya, and it's a complete mess. So obviously you have a bunch of refugees. So I think he makes a point, you Europeans, you European countries, you ousted Gaddafi, you had this NATO intervention, and now you're pretty much bearing the fruits of the results of that. And I think it's I have to say, it's pretty accurate here.
You know, I was very skeptical. I always thought that Gaddafi was overthrown by his own people. But now, as things tend to unravel, you tend to see that, the Clinton affair in Benghazi is really
Yeah.
unraveling now.
Yeah.
And that's looking very bad for Hillary Clinton now.
Yeah, I mean, in retrospect, you could see that that Gaddafi was not taken out for humanitarian reasons. There were special interests by the. I am not, by the way, trying to defend Gaddafi at all. I mean, I have no. I'm just saying the way
You
things
have
are.
no love for Gaddafi.
I have no love for him. It's just, there's no question that Libya.
You would not join his party.
Yeah, yeah, but there's just no question that Libya is much worse off now, and there's no question that Libya had one of the largest oil reserves in the entire world, and there's no question that Muammar Gaddafi was planning to go on the gold standard, and there's no question that Hillary wanted to oust him. And now it's just not just Libya, but Europe's bearing the fruits, and this is just. I guess, in South Africa. And just want to mention one more thing here, Shlomo, is that I think in 2010, Gaddafi made some sort of arrangement with Italy on the migrant issue. I think it quoted here that the Prime Minister Berlusconi and Gaddafi are building a friendship agreement at the expense of people. Human Rights Watch didn't like that. I remember just looking at that report from Human Rights Watch. But there's no, but that was an arrangement, and now it's gone.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you know what? Whatever the issue is right now, I think these people, because now their lives are crap, and their whole country has gone down the toilet. They need a better life, and only Europe can provide that better life. And
well, time out. You think Europe can provide a better life in Libya, or for the refugees?
No, for the refugees moving to.
Well, they at least bear, they at least bear some sort of responsibility for that. I mean. Yeah. I'm not saying what they should or should not do. I think Europe should stay out of rebuilding Libya because they've already messed it up enough.
Well, yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to rebuild it, but those people are sure going to.
They shouldn't. They're not going to be able to.
They're going to need a place to go, and those people can only go into Europe.